Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Power Houze, episode number 3, coming to you from London. All of our guests are from England, from the UK, and of course, my amazing co-host, Ms. Diana May Fernandez. She is also in England, so this is the England edition. We have 3 amazing guests, as always, and first of all, we have Mr. Matt Fitzgerald, and Matt is the owner of the website Matthew. How do you say that middle part? Kociela?
No one knows.
Kociela.
Kociela.
Nobody knows.
Thank you.
Chris is right.
.com, and Matt will not tell you what to do. He'll show you how to tell yourself. He is a superior personal coach, and not your average coach. If you're looking for a certified practitioner who follows the set rules, who is clinical in their approach to your sessions, who is always time conscious and only allows you an hour per session, he's not your guy. Because he takes it on a much more personal level, and he'll tell you all about what he does. So excited to have Matt. And
Thank you.
after him, we have Karmin. Meckael, and at Karmin.tv. Karmin is I want to make sure I get this right. Karmin is she teaches an online masterclass on sales and success, and she's also an author. So very excited to have her tonight. And then last but not least, we have Mr. Wright, who is the owner of Level 10 Living. The mission is helping you build a business and a life that you love, to help people live the life of their dreams through their business and their passion. So we're so excited to have Chris as well. Let me jump back.
Thank you.
And so I'm just going to hand it right over to Matt, unless Diana, there's anything you wanted to say beforehand? Diana's frozen.
She's just in shock and awe.
All right, Matt, go for it, buddy.
Okay, I'll dive straight in. Thank you very much for the introduction, Ian. And thank you guys for having me on the show. It's great to be here as well. Big shout out to Chris and Karmin and Dee, obviously, the IIC massive.
Woohoo!
It's good to reconnect with you guys. So my name is Matthew Kociela Fitzgerald. I class myself as a superior life coach because the time that I spent doing what I do, I see so many people trying to put on a facade of certain things that they say they're going to get people to achieve and the way they're going to work with them. And there's no real personal interaction. And we live in a society these days where so many things are put on Facebook for the mere concept of looking successful, the mere concept of looking like they care about people, looking like they give back to society because they donated to charity once 10 years ago. Like, we hide behind so many things on Facebook, and it's crazy. So in a world where we're so connected, we're now disconnected in a way that we really need to be connected. So now we can see everyone, we can talk to everyone, we can do everything with other people online, just like having this meeting here. But why do we not feel like we can talk about depression? Why do we not feel like we can talk about our issues? Why can we not display sadness? Why can we not display hurt and pain and talk to people about it? Because now we have the opportunity to, we feel like we can't. And I don't think that's something that I see as acceptable in this day and age. So everything that I try and do is all about raising awareness. It's all about getting people to talk more. It's making taboo subjects okay. And that is my ultimate mission in life. And it's something that I hold very dear to my heart because my family, in fact, I'll give you a little bit of a background story first. So I was born into a family full of drug addicts, alcoholics, violent people. There was a massive disconnect within the family. Nobody really liked each other. People were committing to things that they didn't want to commit to, such as having me in the first place. You know, there's that age-old adage of, you know, I think 80% of the population is actually an accident. It sounds really bad to say, but very few people are actually planned in this world. And me so even less so. When I was 6 weeks old, my mum said to my dad, right, I'm going to the shops. Do you want anything? And then she disappeared. Great. So now I'm left with a father figure who's also a bit of a drug dealer, drug taker, alcoholic, violent person. So what does he do? Clearly he's got a child, somebody that's relying on him now, but he cannot provide the things that the child needs. So he gives me to his parents. So I'm lucky, I managed to escape what could have been a very, very traumatic childhood. Now the thing is, when people go through these different phases of life where, okay, I didn't have to grow up surrounded by drug users or surrounded by abuse, but I had my own mental attacks. I had my own worries, my own fears, and my own lack of clarification on who I was as a person, because I was being brought up by my grandparents. So during my very early years, from the ages of like 5 to 15, I say 5, probably like 7. I think at 5 I was too busy rolling around in mud and pretending sticks were guns, but that's fine. When I was a bit older, I was angry at the world. I felt like it owed me something. I'd walk around during the winter months and look into people's windows and see like a nice family gathering around the tree, and I'd be upset that that wasn't me, that wasn't my family, that wasn't what I was put here to experience. But the more I talk about this with other people, the more I realized everyone else is going through similar things, and it's okay to go through those things, but nobody's drawing attention to it. So from the ages of 18 to 20, 21, I was battling through a phase of, if the world owes me something and I'm acting out in these negative, destructive ways, what am I achieving? Because I'm not happy. Like, I feel significant, I feel powerful, but I don't feel happy. And so this is when personal development came in. This is where coaching came in. And finding that people is like, it's okay to be upset. It's okay to talk about depression. It's okay to be scared of your family. It's okay to feel scared about yourself because you don't fully understand everything that life is thrown at you yet. It's okay to take your time to learn these processes. But not enough people are talking about it. I found it because I went and looked for it. But what about the people that don't know this industry exists? What about the people that don't have anyone to give them permission to go and seek help? There's nobody talking about this. So I made a decision when I was 21, 22 years old. I'm going to live by 3 rules. Rule number 1 is I'm always going to tell the truth about anything and everything, no matter what. Because if I'm not truthful to myself and to other people, then I'm constantly going to live in this disconnected world where people do not know whether what I'm saying is the truth or whether what I'm saying is a facade, like Facebook. So if any of you guys go on my Facebook, you'll see a myriad of Facebook videos, Facebook Live videos, where I'm a little bit rude, a little bit sweary, I'm a little bit aggressive in my delivery of things, but it's honest. And, the reason why people get on so well with me is because I'm not here to bullshit people. I'm not here to pretend to be something I'm not, because the difference is I'm surrounded by these business people and these entrepreneurs, and these guys are amazing. But these guys are like 20, 30, 40% into their entrepreneurial journey currently, and I'm at 1%. I'm not making 10, 15, 20 grand a month yet. I'm not on this business level, but what I am doing is I'm telling people it's okay to be an entrepreneur, and it's okay to suck for the first 6 months of your life, your entrepreneurial life, the first year of your life. Like, it's fine. We all go through these struggles. We all go through these issues, and that's okay. I have a nice Facebook photo. I always say this to people on my live videos. Like, I have a nice little picture of me in a suit looking all like powerful and mysterious, and it's great. And when people are like, oh, so where do you live? Like, oh, a little flat in Killington that I pay too much for and I don't have much of. And I've shown people this flat on my Facebook. And people are like, but Matt, you look so successful. You look like you've got your life in gear. You look like everything's all dandelions and roses and you should be driving a Ferrari. And it's like, that's not how it works. Like, seriously, I think when somebody said that to me when I first started coaching, that was when I realized, like, we need to cut this shit out. We need to show honesty. And this is why I love working with these guys, because in the same way, people like Chris, who I'm sure he will tell you his story later, he couldn't afford the course that he went on, but he was like, cool, credit cards, loans, whatever it was, he'll tell you in depth later. But like, he went and made it happen. And now he talks like, it's okay, I didn't have that money. I did go get a loan or credit card, whichever one it is. I'm looking at his video, hoping he nods, but I'm not sure. But it's okay to take those risks if you really mean it and go for it, because not everybody has millionaire parents that say, here's 50 grand, go start your business. And I think people tend to believe that people do have that. Like, if you see a successful person, you think, oh, they've come from money, or they had all the opportunities first, or they had access to these resources before anyone else. It's like, no, bullshit. You're giving yourself excuses. You're lying to yourself. You've got libraries. Well, when you was my age, before Google was popular, you got libraries. Go read some books. I still read books now and I've got Google. Like, you know, there's no excuses. The stuff that made people successful has been around since the 30s, the 20s, before that. And it's still relevant today. So you've got no excuses not to go and succeed. And people don't understand that all the people that are successful now, the people that have these big corporate businesses, the ones that say like they have like 10 umbrella companies and they're making incomes from 6, 7, 8 different sources, they started with nothing too. Just because the 15, 16, 18, 20-year-old who's rocking around in the latest Mini Cooper, which, if I might add, I hate because it's not a Mini anymore. It's enormous. You can't call a car a Mini and it be the size of a Jeep, you know? Anyway, I get passionate about these things too. And their parents, they had to start from somewhere like me and you, you know? They didn't have everything, but they went and read the books. They got the information. They hired the coaches. They got advice from the people that are doing the things that made them successful. And we seem to go around, or at least a lot of the people I see on Facebook, they seem to go around like, right, I'm 16 now. Yeah, I pretty much know everything about everything. I'm going to do life like this because I'm right. And that's all that matters. And then they get to 18, they go, university's just finished. And then, yeah, university just finished, or college just finished, depending on where you are on the IQ scale. Suddenly, I've just come to the realization that I know nothing about life. And that scares me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend I know. I'm going to pretend I'm more mature and more confident. And then, you know, you get to my position where you hit 23, 24, 25, and you go, do you know what? I put all this effort into being involved in the wrong crowds, trying to impress the wrong people, trying to do the wrong thing for the wrong reasons. And it's taken up so much of my energy and so much of my passion and my will to live. I went through depression. I went through suicide. I went through self-harm. I went through pushing my friends away, pushing my family away. I ran away from home. I did so much weird and wonderful shit when I was younger that I look back now and I go, that's hilarious. Because do you know what? I thought that stuff mattered. And it doesn't matter because it's okay that I went through that. And it's okay for me to talk to anyone about it without them giving me sympathy for it, because I'm not particular. My story is not unique. Everybody has issues that they deal with, but not enough people are happy to talk about it. They're not happy to start the conversation and say, do you know what? All this struggle is great. Like, this is what makes you who you are today. And so from this journey, I'm kind of lost track of the time. I think I've got about 5 minutes left. Is that right? Dee's frozen.
Just keep going until you're told to stop, dude.
Yeah, basically.
You're doing great. Like, just keep going.
Yes.
So I made it my mission. I am going to make the taboo subjects of today the most normal thing to talk about possible. So, you know, I left my full-time job about 2 months ago and I had no plans. I didn't have a big network. I didn't have loads of money. I didn't even have any savings. I was more in debt back then. I thought, you know what? This is what means something to me. This is what matters. This is what the world needs. It's not about me anymore. Like, I had my fun when I was 18, being angry at the world. I had my fun when I was 20, being self-destructive, going out drinking and replacing certain needs with destructive behaviors. Great, I went through all that. It got me nowhere. So now what am I all about? I'm all about giving back and finding out what makes other people tick. What can I do to help them? What experiences can I bring to the table? I might not be a business coach. I might not be a millionaire. But what I am is fucking happy. And that is something a lot of 25-year-olds don't have. And I can safely sit here on my journey of struggle and say, do you know what? My life is so awesome. I have the freedom to speak to whoever I want, whenever I want, do whatever I want. You know, I mean, I can't hire out a Ferrari and go on a road trip around America, but that's coming. Like, I know that's there. That's coming soon.
Yes.
But right now, I don't have to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go and do a 9 to 5. And I think some people say, like, oh, I want to get out the 9 to 5. I kind of enjoyed the 9 to 5 thing because it gave me a certain sense of significance. I'm going to an office job because I get to wear a suit and it makes me feel like smart and presentable and all this stuff. And then I realized I don't give a fuck about wearing a suit. Like, what? Why was I thinking this? So what do I actually care about? I care about helping people who have gone through what I've gone through that didn't have the luck that I had to be given to your grandparents. Because my brothers, they went through the care system. They stayed in basically what I was taken out of, and they went to prison. They got involved in drugs. They messed their lives up. My cousin was the same. He died. Boxing Day, not last year, the year before. And he didn't have the chances that I had. And my chance was I wasn't left with my parents. I was given to my grandparents. And I was angry about that because, why didn't my parents want me? No, that shit doesn't matter anymore. Like, what matters is I've been given this opportunity in a world where I can speak to whoever I want, whenever I want, through the power of social media, and through just being honest with people. And I can help them because they can't see the opportunities that I can see. But hopefully, if I do the right things, I can help them see those opportunities. And they might not become millionaires within 6 months, but I can guarantee you they're going to be much happier over the next 2 weeks than they have been for the last 10 years. And that's basically what I do. So all my clients have come from places of dealing with cancer, dealing with body issues, going through divorces, dealing with abusive husbands and girlfriends, manipulative people. They come from a place where emotional strain has been the backbone of their entire lives. And if you ever see any of the testimonials that I post on Facebook or any other platforms, excuse me, they're all like, holy shit, I'm a different person. Like, the stuff that I didn't used to enjoy, sitting down and sipping on a cup of tea. You know, if you're a smoker, like, fine, I don't have anything against you, but sitting down on a balcony, having a cup of tea and a cigarette is suddenly the most happiest moment that I didn't realize I could enjoy before. Because before it was about getting away from the stress. Whereas now it's like a meditative outlet for them. I'm not condoning smoking, but like, that sounded really terrible. But like, it's seeing the joy and the happiness in the things that you didn't see as joyful or happy before, you know? And when they start refocusing their mindsets, they start focusing on the things that make them happy, suddenly they realize that, I have so many good things around me, and I was just focusing on the fact that my ex-boyfriend was a dick. I was just focusing on the fact that my boss is a control freak. I was just focusing on the fact that my mother-in-law doesn't like me. Like, hey, get over yourself. Like, you've got a house, or a flat. You might not have a lot of money, but you're alive. You got a warm place to stay. You got food. Like, I've gone through periods of time where the only thing that I ate was pasta and cheese, and I love pasta and cheese. I still love it. But when
is that wrong, Matt? Should we not be doing that?
No, you should. But what I mean is, like, for people that say, like, oh, what should we do for dinner tonight? And they're like, oh, well, we can't afford to go out, so our life is terrible. And I'm like, nah, pasta and cheese is the shit. Like, it allows you to live, and it allows you to eat. It allows you to have warm food. Like, your life is good, because there are people in the world that don't even have that luxury. There are people in the world that don't even have the luxury of being able to go into the shop and buy an apple. It sounds sad, but it's absolutely true. And these are the things that we take for granted because we constantly got the media thrown in our face. You need to look like this. You need to be this thin. You need to be this fit. If you're like bodybuilding, you need to earn this amount of money, drive this car. You need to take this loan out to go to university. You need to get on the payment plans in order to afford something. And it's all thrown in your face constantly. And everyone's going, okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to follow this link and buy into this product that I don't even know what it is. But I've already ordered it. And then when it turns up on your doorstep, you're like, what is this? I didn't order it. Oh, yeah, I did. Shit. That was media. That was. Because everything moves at 1,000 miles an hour these days. So as I said, we're more connected than ever, but we're more disconnected than ever. And it is such a beautiful sadness that we've got the opportunities to have access to so many people in the world, and we abuse it by faking everything that we are in order to impress other people that we don't even know. And that is what I want to get rid of. So all the taboo subjects, all the shit that comes with, oh, I went through depression, I can't talk about that because that makes me look weak. No, that makes you look strong. Because the fact that you went through that depression and you came out the other side without killing yourself and you feel like you can talk about it, shit, you better wear those scars with the most pride I've ever seen in a person. Because that is what makes human beings real. That is what makes me want to know someone or fall in love with them or work with them or help them. The fact that they're still here. So that's my goal. That's kind of a little bit of my story. I'm not actually quite sure what the time is in terms of how I've been talking. But if you've got any questions for me, go ahead. Otherwise, I don't know where Dee's gone.
It's so amazing. You know what? Because we're friends, Matt, right? We're friends and we're business partners. And it's so, I've heard your story so many times, but it's every time you captivate me, you really have me hooked. And it's really touching. And we know that you're helping so and inspiring so many people. And what you're creating is just incredible. It's such an honor to have you as a friend and business partner. And you're just amazing.
Thank you, Karmin.
I love listening to you. I love listening to your story, and I can, because the thing is, I know you as well behind the scenes. You are walking your talk, and yeah, you're hilarious on Facebook Live. Like, so you're swearing a lot. Yes.
I feel like I've toned it down for this video.
Oh, really?
Oh,
okay, yeah. This time, yeah.
Like the Facebook Live is like every second word. Too bad. Okay.
So Francis, if you could just turn on, yeah, thank you. So Matt, I think we're going to reserve the questions till the end.
Yeah, cool, no worries.
I just want to say thank you for such an amazing story and fitting it all into that amount of time. And I mean, I can hear where you're coming from, and I just love the suffer to success type stories, because I think it builds a strength in you. You know, suffering, it builds a strength in you that others can't understand and others can't achieve because they haven't been through what you've been through. And I love that you're directing that instead of internalizing it and saying, "Oh, poor me," you're reaching out and you're helping other people who have gone through their own suffering. And
their own
I really appreciate that.
They don't realize that it's what makes them strong too. Like,
exactly.
It seems so obvious, but so little people know about it.
Because society doesn't want you to know about
exactly.
it. And that's
exactly.
Yeah.
When the people come together, everything else falls down. Suddenly all the drugs don't matter because you've got the human connection. All the powers that be, all the media, all the marketing, in certain industries at least, they don't have as big an impact because suddenly you're not trying to follow the latest fashion trends because you're more comfortable wearing the clothes you want to wear because you've spoken to people and everyone's happy with being who they want to be, not who they feel like they have to be because the latest issue of GQ magazine features Wolverine's latest film, like, and he's not wearing a shirt that's so great, I need to get ripped. No, you don't. Like, no.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much. And please hang out until the end. And we're going to move next to Karmin. And so excited to have you, Karmin.
Woo!
I'm here really quickly. Thank you, guys. Sorry. Internet drops off. Guys, I just want to give a really big shout out to Matt Kociela Fitzgerald, who is an amazing human being, has quickly become one of my closest friends out here in London. And you guys here on the show can understand why this guy is a total powerhouse. So Matt, thank you for not only being on this show, but thank you for being such an integral part of my life here in London. I appreciate you so much. Up next, we have my girl, the one and only Karmin. I love Karmin, guys, and let me tell you, this girl, not only she is a powerhouse, but she's a mover, she's a shaker, and she's a game changer. And so it is my absolute pleasure and huge honor to welcome my girl, Karmin. And she really doesn't need an introduction because anyone that crosses her path, whether it's on social media, or whether it's in person or on the phone, you can just feel that energy. And I'm happy to not only call Karmin, you know, one of these people that I'm collaborating with and an amazing entrepreneur, but also one of my sisters and closest girlfriends out here in London and just in life in general. So Karmin, I'm so happy and thankful that you're here on this show today, and I can't wait to hear your story. So thank you for being with us.
Wow, what an introduction, Habibi. So, okay, I need to clarify for those who don't know Habibi. Habibi is in Arabic translated my beloved, and Diana is definitely my Habibi. I love this girl so much. Thank you so much for this beautiful introduction. And you are, you know what, I have just got to know you a couple of months ago, and I just can say exactly the same. Everything that you shared here, you're a hard person, and I can see you behind the scene. You're constantly caring for other people, and the reason why you're so successful is because you have such a good intention. You're always putting people first. You genuinely care, and this is why I love you so much. You continue to inspire me, and I'm so excited for what we're about to create more. So yeah, I just want to quickly say as well, thank you so much, Ian, for this beautiful introduction from you as well, and for putting this show together. And yeah, you mentioned earlier that I am an author. Actually, I'm an upcoming author. I'm having my book launched in next year. So people see me, I'm a sales and confidence trainer. And I just want to give you a little bit background, because that's a big claim. You know, everybody can say I'm a trainer, I'm a coach, but it's actually understanding where you're coming from and what gives me the credibility to teach what I'm teaching. And I want to give you as well a takeaway from this, because I don't know about you, but I know one thing about you. And what I know is that your life hasn't been easy, right? You have gone through some challenges, but because of these challenges, this has made you who you are today. Is that right? So I know whatever you're going through in your life, we're always constantly searching for that purpose. We're constantly searching, what is it that we're here supposed to be doing? And I was at that point at some point in my life. So I'm originally actually from Sudan. For those who don't know, it's in Africa. And I left Sudan when I was 3 years old. I went and lived in Germany for 17 years. And from Germany, my parents decided to come to the UK. So I've been living now in the UK since 10 years. So when I came to the UK, the challenge that I faced coming from Germany is I couldn't speak any English. I didn't have any money. I felt like I'm jumping into the cold water. And most importantly, I didn't have any direction. I didn't have any purpose in my life. I did not know what am I supposed to be doing. And maybe some of you have felt this way before. And this is why I completely understand. And when I was at that point, I applied. I said, okay, I need to do something. So I went out there and I applied for so many jobs, bar, waitress, and the usual things, just to bring in some cash. And this one Italian restaurant took me on, okay? And I actually got fired on my very first day because I couldn't speak any English. Yes, this is how bad it was. I couldn't speak one word English. I did not even know what's fork and knife. So on my very first day, I got fired. So at that point, I had a choice to make, right? I had a choice to make. Either I'm going to let this bring me down, or I'm going to take this as an opportunity to grow myself, to say, you know what, no matter what, there's something for me out there to do. Thank God I took that second choice, right? So I took that second choice, and I just followed one step after the other. And my intuition, something inside of me told me, Karmin, there's something for you out there to do. But here's the key. I did not know what it was. So I went out there and I was searching. And some of you maybe are seekers as well. And when you're searching, you find. And this seeking has led me to events management. I found that I love to create beautiful experiences for people. And I started off as a wedding planner, but this moved on to working for personal development events, where I got the opportunity to work for one of the largest events promoting companies in the world. This is